Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to give you guys a heads up on some free titles you can play this weekend, and on top of that, some really solid Steam game deals. Let's go over everything pretty quickly. All of these are available directly on Steam, so let's get started with the free weekends. First of all, Exoprimal, which was a title that dropped back in July of this year from Capcom, is available as a free weekend title. On top of that, it's 35% off for $39. Now, if you did want to play this game, you could very cheap, given the fact that this game is in fact on Xbox Game Pass. They did a lot of crossover with various titles. They're even promoting a Street Fighter update right now. Like if you go on the Exoprimal page on Steam, they've got Street Fighter characters being promoted, and I believe they're doing another crossover here shortly with another one of their IPs. It's an online team-based action game that pits humanity's cutting-edge exosuit technology against history's most ferocious beasts, the dinosaurs. Exosuits are grouped into different roles, and players will pilot these exosuits to hold firm against overwhelming dinosaur swarms in online-only team-based action game modes. The year is 2040. Sudden dinosaur outbreaks have engulfed the globe in a crisis that threatens humanity's very existence, yet all hope is not lost. The corporation Aebis has developed a hyper-advanced AI called Leviathan that can predict the location of future outbreaks. This technology, along with Aebis's revolutionary powered suits or exosuits, gives humanity a fighting chance to stem the tide of the Saurian swarms. Exosuit pilots, otherwise known as exofighters, are in high demand. Take the exofighter aptitude test and join the ranks of the heroic pilots in the fight to stave off the extinction of the human race. Again, this free weekend offer will be available the entirety of the weekend, and then if you do want to buy the game, it is available again 35% off for $39. Next up, I know you guys have been eyeing Bus Simulator 21 for quite a while, and Bus Simulator 21 Next Stop is available free for the weekend. Enjoy many game improvements and a brand new game mode with this comprehensive upgrade. Career mode combines sandbox mode with the campaign's economic system. Download the update now and experience Bus Simulator 21 anew. The game itself is 40% off for $21. Mostly positive reception on this one. 2,651 reviews. 71% positive there. And lastly, Anno 1800 is available free for the weekend. Anno 1800, lead the Industrial Revolution. Welcome to the dawn of the Industrial Age. The path you choose will define your world. Are you an innovator or an exploiter, a conqueror or a liberator? How the world remembers your name is up to you. A very positive reception on Anno 1800. 10,458 reviews. 81% of those reviews are positive. So all three of those games can be played free for the weekend. Check those out if you are interested. Alright, moving on from that, we do have a bunch of deals to go over and some pretty solid stuff available directly on Steam. Now, first of all, this ain't a great deal, but I do just want to give it a mention. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is 20% off for $48. I think most of you guys are going to be like, come on, man, that's still way too expensive. Yeah, but it's the first discount I've seen on the game directly on Steam. I believe GMG's got it even cheaper than this if you're an XP member. I think it's $41 and change, somewhere around that range. But if you like to pick up your stuff directly from Steam, Rift Apart is $48. Now, I loved Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. I bought this game for $70 when it came out on PlayStation 5, and I thought it was worth the $70. I know most people are not going to be in agreement with that term, and if I objectively assess it, you know, this is a game that you can complete in 10 hours. You could get the Platinum Trophy in like 14 to 16 hours, probably 14, closer to 14 than 16, and, you know, $70 for that kind of game time is something that people are going to be critical on, but, you know, I've always been of the mindset, quality over quantity in terms of game length. I don't need every game to be, you know, 50 plus hours, but in the case of Rift Apart, certainly it was very much on the shorter side. I still thought the game was great, and Ratchet & Clank is a franchise that I grew up with, so obviously I'm going to give it a little bit more of a stronger recommendation than most people. I thought the PC version ran really well, a lot of options and things like that. I mean, Nyx has handled the PC version, so you knew it was going to turn out to be pretty well. Nyx is currently working on the Horizon Forbidden West port as well, so hopefully that turns out well. It would have been nice to get some of the other Ratchet & Clank games on PC, but I understand, like, the Ratchet & Clank titles from PS2, they're not really porting PS2 games. They certainly aren't porting PS3 games, because I would love to have the Ratchet & Clank future titles on PC, and even Ratchet & Clank 2016 from the PlayStation 4 days, I wouldn't mind that being on PC either. But Rift Apart, a solid starting point for the franchise to be on PC. Next up, Castle Crashers is 80% off for $2.99. Man, what an iconic game Castle Crashers is, and it's it's still a fantastic game to go through. But this is a game that you must play cooperatively. When I talk about a game like Borderlands, I talk about how I don't think co-op is completely necessary for a game like that. I think you can play it solo and have a good time. Don't really feel the same way about Castle Crashers. Castle Crashers, I feel like this is a game that you need to have a group of 4 friends, and you guys play together, have a great time. It's a game you can constantly go back to. Yes, the art style isn't going to be for everyone, but it's got that cartoony look that I just feel has aged so well, and it still looks charming as all hell. The Behemoth does a great job with these titles. It's got 78,000 reviews, 96% positive. There's a reason for that, because it's one of the more enjoyable co-op titles that you're going to come across. And $2.99 for it, no-brainer there. Next up, Heavy Rain, 60% off for $7.99. I'm laughing a little bit because I just, the other day, saw a bunch of Jason memes on Twitter. But nonetheless, I really enjoyed Heavy Rain. I played it back in 2010 on PlayStation 3 when it came out, and I thought it was an incredibly compelling, choice-driven, story-driven title as well. Bear in mind that this is very much an interactive, story-based game. It's not high-octane action gameplay or anything like that, but I thought the story was incredibly compelling. Does it show its age? Absolutely. 13 years ago, I think it was back in February of 2010, absolutely, it was ahead of its time, and the facial animations and a lot of these elements were really strong back then. They don't really hold up as strongly in 2023, but I still think it's a worthwhile game to go through. I think Quantic Dream typically has a pretty good batting average with their titles. I guess you can point towards like Beyond Two Souls not being as good as some of their other games, but man, even that game I thought was okay. But obviously, Indigo Prophecy, Heavy Rain, Detroit Become Human, those games are really, really at a high level. Next up, we have Marvel's Midnight Suns, 60% off for $24. I didn't play a lot of this, but I did want to give this a recommendation just because it's at this low of a price point. It's done by Firaxis, the guys that brought you XCOM, tactics-based title with the Marvel, the Marvel style to it. Also has a card game gimmick attached to it. $24 seems like a pretty decent price to me. Deep Rock Galactic, 67% off for $9.89. A fantastic co-op driven title that they've kept updated. In fact, right now they have a double season XP boost going on. Deep Rock Galactic, a 1-to-4 player co-op FPS featuring badass space dwarves, 100% destructible environments, procedurally generated caves, and endless hordes of alien monsters. There are a plethora of editions available. The Master Edition, $24. Dwarven Legacy, that's $53.58, and then the Deluxe Edition is $16.90, but otherwise, the base game for sub $10 is a great pickup. And lastly, Granblue Fantasy Versus, 80% off for $3.99. Now, this game is getting a follow-up release with Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising. That was scheduled for a release at the end of this month, but it'll in fact be coming in December. I would say, that's probably going to be the way stronger game, but this is available for $4. That game's going to be $50. So, yeah, you can decide on whether or not you want to drop the $50. Super stylish presentation, that anime aesthetic. I think Granblue is going to win a lot of people over with its visual presentation, especially with Granblue Fantasy Relink when the JRPG drops. But for now, Versus at $4, I feel like this is a pretty good buy. But that is going to do it for me. Again, a lot of great Steam deals available right now. 3 games to play for free over the weekend, but that's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.